All paradox is impossible. The Everett-Wheeler-Graham or multiple world theory is correct. All possible quantum states, events, possibilities, and outcomes are real, eventual, and occurring. The chances of everything happening someplace at some time in the superverse are 100%. These are the words spoken by a man who claimed to have unlocked the secrets of space and time. These are the words of the enigmatic time traveler, John Titor. John Titor is a name that appeared in several online bulletin boards during the days of the early internet. Mr. Titor first appeared on the Time Travel Institute forum under the name Time Travel 0, where he claimed to be an American soldier from the year 2036. He had been tasked to visit the world of 1975 and retrieve an IBM 5100, but stopped of his own volition in the year 2000 AD. He released several details online about what he called the inevitable future and quickly became the subject of international controversy. However, before even one of his predictions could be tested, John Titor vanished, never to be heard from again. Some say he returned to the future. Others claim he decided to proceed with his mission. Still others say he died here in our time, leaving his purpose unfinished. While the final state of our errant time traveler may be unknown, his actual life is not. By piecing together the little details John posted over several months, one can form a relatively detailed account of his life. According to these details, John grew up in a shattered world. John was born in Tampa, Florida, and spent most of his early life inside a fort that was once the University of Florida. His world lacked much of the infrastructure that we took for granted, forcing people to live in small family enclaves. John once claimed that he was unable to imagine living even a few hundred miles away from his family. His future is also said to be far more violent and perilous than our present, as it was a place where not even children could escape danger. In fact, John claimed that he first joined the military at the age of 13 when he became a member of the Fighting Diamondbacks, a shotgun infantry unit. While John Titor was present, he made it a point to answer every question asked of him. By doing so, he made a number of predictions about the world. For instance, the man from the future claimed that, very soon, the U.S. could be engulfed in war. According to John, the Second Civil War was to begin in 2008, setting a stage for international conflict. This war would split the USA into 5 territories, each warring with the others. Furthermore, other nations would soon join the conflict via economic and logistical support, causing a rise in international tensions. The Olympics and all related international institutions would be permanently abolished, and warfare and intrigue would become the sole method of political discourse. Eventually, all the tensions would erupt in the brief yet savage World War III. It was only after the conflict ended that CERN was able to discover a method of traveling through time by making use of many black holes, which John would use to warn us about the terrifying future approaching. Of course, the year is now 2017, and none of the events John Titor said would happen have come to pass. Many have claimed this as proof that everything John said was entirely false, and that his future is nothing but a myth. Moreover, a few reporters went a step further and decided that the whole thing was a hoax perpetrated by one Larry Haber, the CEO of the John Titor Foundation and a former entertainment lawyer. When pressed for answers, however, Mr. Haber refused to comment, only offering a single tidbit of information: that he was once the lawyer of John Titor's mother. For these reporters, however, the case was closed. They had proven that there was never a John Titor, unless, of course, John had changed the course of the future himself. Recall, if you will, the quote from the beginning of this video. The multiple world theory is correct. According to this theory, every time a choice appears in the world splits. Say a man must choose between taking plan A and plan B. The multiple world theory states that the existence of this choice causes the world to split, with one world continuing along a path where the man chose choice A and another where he chose choice B. This theory is further complicated by the possible existence of time travel, where even the slightest alteration can cause several new worlds to come into being. Now, there have been certain sources that claimed to have spoken to Time Travel Zero, which was John's first username before John ever claimed to be a time traveler. Supposedly, he had a long discussion with them and other forum members about the possibility of a time traveler changing the future. He concluded this discussion with the phrase, "It's too late. I wish it didn't have to happen the way it will." However, some say that his message in our time had a deeper purpose than what we realized. These people claim that his posts revealing the future were, in fact, a tool necessary to stop his future from ever coming into existence, saving the Earth from a terrible war. As to whether this is true, only John Titor or his creator know for sure. One theory concerning it catches our attention, however. According to the classic interpretation of multiple world theory, a time traveler that changes history cannot return to the future he has abandoned. Therefore, this may not be the last we've seen of the time-traveling soldier. Perhaps, at some point in the future, the world will again heed the advice of John Titor. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share so we can keep these videos coming.